So anyway, a puggle is actually a beagle mated with a pug that gives you the best of both worlds.
That
I got a new
is
dog
so
last
cute.
night.
Do you have one?
I do. I have 2Puggles.
What's their names?
Marty Feldman and Roxy.
Aww.
These are the products we're going to put up on Etsy this week. As you know, we did 10 products last week, and they did really well. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about those at the end of this. But anyway, we're going to put zebra tails, two-tone purple hearts. This one's a two-tone walnut. And what my wife calls these candy, so we're calling them candy. This one is Paducah maple. Isn't it cool? It's got a side, it's got a front. What do you think?
I like it. Super
Yeah.
cute.
And then a smaller purple heart, which this is one of my best sellers, the purple heart and this purple heart sell really well. New products. I had a snowflake disaster, Lauren.
What kind of snowflake disaster?
I spent all day Sunday, and I went and bought a tiny little table saw, and I was all excited because it was going to cut small slots to go with real small snowflakes. And then I made a fixture, and worked great. I tested it on some thinner wood. Everything was working good, and then I went and took the real snowflake parts, and I went, and they went. And it wouldn't cut it.
Oh.
So the saw was no good. I wasted the entire day, and now I'm going to have to start over.
Hopefully you'll be making blizzards in no time.
Oh my God.
So anyway, I have some happy stuff though. The snowflakes were a disaster. I have to start over there, so I probably won't have snowflakes anytime soon. But I made a bunch of stuff out of curly maple, which is the whiter wood, the pretty wood that kind of shimmers when you put it in the sunshine. It's really neat. And then I also made a bunch of stuff out of wenge.
I really like this.
I do too. Pass that around to the class.
Try it.
I'm really excited about this, so I'm making a bunch of stuff. So my featured stuff for our next show is going to be wenge. Upcoming, I'm not going anywhere this week. The week after, I'm going to be at the Greensboro City Market, September 19th. Most of you probably wouldn't come to that one, but the Burlington Carousel Festival, I expect to see all of you there. You're going to be there, right?
Yep. Yes.
You're going to come see me at the Burlington Carousel Festival, Burlington City Park. Before that show, here's some stuff I need to get done. I have exciting news. I went to the Raleigh Flea Market, and I stumbled onto a guy selling the ends of bolts of fabric, and I got 52-inch long fabric in two different colors. It's a goldish color and then a grayish color, and I got 25 yards for $20.
That's good.
That's really good. So because of that, I'm going to completely redo my booth. I know. So I will have completely redo the booth. I'm going to have 18-inch panels. The panels now are 31 inches long, and they're too wide. The strings sag, and it's really sloppy to get it in and out of my car. So I'm going to redo the booth so it fits in my wife's car, and the panels will be a little narrower. I also will be able to group it by product easier. And I'm also going to take out, you know how I had the strings going across on the old booth? This one's going to have solid wood rods with nails so that it's easier for the customers to get the stuff on and off. So we're going to do some upgrades. So that's what I'm doing Sunday. And I want to add another post earring, which I don't have one to show you, but I want to add another post earring before I go. I'll probably do that on a wing gate. That won't take too long. And then I'm going to introduce a selection of pendants. I haven't done pendants in the booth yet, and so I'm probably going to do like 10 of them, like a selection of different chains and stuff, and use that as an opportunity to talk to people, ask them what they think, and before we get into the Christmas season, see which ones people like and what kind of links to have them in, so that I can start carrying those in my booth. And the last thing I'm gonna tell you about today is the Etsy shop. I learned a couple things. I watched some videos this weekend about Etsy and learned a little bit more about it. If you remember, me telling you the first time I did it, I put up 10 products and it went nowhere. Nobody viewed it. Nothing happened. So we currently we have 10 products up there, and it's doing much better. Doing much better. We got 5 to 10 views per week. They're coming per day. They're coming from all over the world. So I'm really happy. We've only been doing it for a week and we're getting noticed, and I feel like we'll start getting orders. A lot of people are trying to sell only on Etsy. If you remember, our strategy is to do craft shows, see a lot of people in person, and hopefully they'll reorder or they'll tell other people, so there'll be a personal connection. But I don't know that if we were to just rely on this, it would be worth doing. But anyway, here's some things we need to think about, particularly for you, Lauren. Lauren's in charge of our Etsy account. She said an attractive line of products. And I think we have that. I think, I know the product sells. We've gone to craft shows and been very successful, so there is a market for it out there. You need good titles and tags. If you looked at it, did you guys notice that they were really long names and I kept repeating ourselves, so to speak? Or not repeating it, but saying it in different ways? The reason for that was when people go searching, you're trying to guess everything that they might put in to search for what you sell. And that's between the titles and then the tags. And we'll talk more about that another day. And then you need great photos. Now the photos, I think they're way better than they were, but I don't think they're all that good yet. We're gonna have to improve on that. And then a good selection of products. This one kind of blew me away. She said that to have 125 to 200, but we're not going to have that one. Yeah, different products. Yeah, we're not going to have that many. But we'll talk more about that later. So anyway, anybody got any questions? All right, we can go straight to the test then. So you have a question now?
Yeah, I mean, I've had one